Right, should I share?
Sure, please go ahead.
Okay, so we did the design on Google Slides for 3 different types of users: anonymous users, not signed in, regular users, so those who are not admins, and admins. And so the first slide here is how you will see the page if you're not signed in at all and you're not a member. So you have the logo on the top left, and the MCE, the MCE acronym. So when you click this, you'll be directed to the homepage, which is this page right here. And in the middle, you have a welcome to MCE, just like we have on the regular, the site we have right now. And you have become a member today to register for events and donate, etc. And there's this big button right here, which I plan, instead of having a different page, we can just click this button and it will pop out and it have all the fields for registering to become a member. And then on the right side, we have events. So for anonymous users, they can see the events. They can't register for events because as they're not members yet.
Yeah.
And I have on the bottom, we have any issues, contact MCE. So this will be, when you click this, you'll be sending an email to the department, whatever. And on the top right, I have login to Google because that's what we have right now. We have Google login. I'm not sure if we will use Google in the future, but for now, I'm keeping.
I think for now it is good, and maybe Google authentication is very, very common these days. So almost everyone has a Gmail. So it is actually makes total sense for having, remember, another user ID password. People can use the Google ID to get into our system. So that's I think that's fine, and this looks good. This page does look good. This is the landing page where you guys where someone signs in and gets, not signs in, when someone types membership on to our website, we will land you directly on this page. Is that what?
Yeah, this is the landing page. This is
okay, perfect.
And I added this change theme. You mentioned we can change themes, so I was like, maybe if someone wants a black color scheme, they can do that. They can just change right here.
Yeah.
Make it more customizable. And for the next user is a regular user. So right here, for example, if I'm a user and I've registered, it will show my user information, my address, the basic ones, and I have the option to edit it right here.
Oh, good.
And for events, you can see from the first slide, I can now register for events. There'll be multiple register buttons, but I just put one.
Yeah.
And everything else is similar, except right here we have a payment page, because I don't know what else we want to do with users. Right now, I only know we want payment, but we can add more stuff. Maybe we can add an events page as well. So instead of just click from here, they can go from the top as well. We want more accessibility. And that's the difference between anonymous and a regular user. And an admin has more access to all the members, access to printout, access to export. And that's basically the difference between a regular user and an admin. And I'm not sure, because like when we click a member, it goes to the members page. You know how it has the URL/members? If a user tries to do that, it'll become an error message, right?
Yes, he will not get access to that. So he will get like a 401 error we get. But we will not show that 401 error. We will use much more friendlier error to the end user, right?
Got it.
Rather than giving him 401 or something. So yeah, so that will be a message he will get that. Only that will happen if someone is smart enough to type in the URL.
Yeah.
So that we will control using the security, which we have already in place.
All right.
Okay. Okay, that looks good. Yeah. So the only thing which I wanted a little bit more from you was the edit page. So when you click edit, I would love to see what you guys were planning to show on that.
Oh, okay.
Was that a modal or was that something on the page?
It's gonna be a pop out. Instead of having directed to a different page, just pops out. You know how like I think Amazon, when you click sign in, it just, you stay on the same page, but then a pop out comes up and you can enter your information, something like that.
I see. Okay. Yeah, this looks good. So Subhan, did you contribute at all to this?
No, I was gone yesterday when they did this on the call.
Okay.
I'll work on the edit pop-up page today.
Okay. Okay. No, this looks good. This is something which is very close to very close to I think which we want to implement. But yeah, let's go over the others as well, and then we can see what is it we want to do. So who want to go next? Afif, how about you guys?
Yeah, I think we can go next. Here, I think I'll share screen. Let me know if you can see this.
Yeah, I see your screen.
Here, all right. So we have our slideshow right here. So we use Google Slides, and here's some of our notes. We prefer to use a blue page design, so it contracts with the MHMA screens website, and it avoids confusion. It's simplistic, professional. Brother Ahmed gave us a recommendation on to use checkboxes for the specific fields for the PDF and CSV file for like specifications of what you want to have on that file. So we added that. I'll show that next. We have a gender form, date and time we'll display. We'll elaborate on these later. For example, so this is how we plan the page to look. There's a little bit of a difference in the fonts and the coloring. You can see how this is a bluish gray, very simple. The searching is a little bit different. There's a magnifying glass, and here's the home page. Just like you said, we would have the information show on the main page. When they sign in, they can see their information, whatever they've put. Then if we go to the edit members page, if they're a member, honestly, I would think that on second part, if we look at this again, they shouldn't, the members, the people who are not admins, they shouldn't have access to this page because it's basically showing the same thing as the home page. But the admins, they would have this page, and it would be very similar to what we have currently, except it has blue lines instead of green. I think it's already a pretty decent design at that part. Running reports is where we get to like the different parts. Rather than having export to CSV and printout, we can make it a 2-in-1 as one page. And so there's going to be different filters, title and purpose. Or what can also add some more whenever she wants to.
Yeah, so regarding the purpose, that one might seem a little dysfunctional, but it could be for what event that the printer is printing it for. Like if they want it for like a sisters event, they can the gender filter to just show the sisters, because those would be who are interested in the events, and then so on and so forth. If you're just looking for voters, you can go ahead and click that, and that's what the optional filters are. Or if you just want to go ahead and print all of the members that we have available out, you can either filter them by the location, which is given in their member page, or their contact information. So either phone number or email, whichever one they selected as their preferred contact information.
Yeah, and in addition, there'll also be optional filters. For example, if you want to have male or female, or so you can choose, or both. So if you only wanted the males to show on the export or the PDF, then you can do that, and it'll show all the males in order. Membership status, if you want only members or only admins. Voter status, if you want like they're eligible or they're a senior citizen or something like that. Numbering is a little bit like niche, but you can have the specific numbering if you want it to number as like all the people in the list by the village or by the streets. So you can have specific numbering. Family members, you could write like minimum 2 members, minimum 3, minimum 4, and then you can have their entire family access at that point. Registered since, it can come useful. Like if we put it, we can see how long they've been a member for. Like if we do a member since, for example, if we're gonna do like to the 2025, everyone since 2025 will show. But if you have like new time members, the people who register immediately, like if you do 2021, then they'll show only. Only the people who show 2021. And then we can have even more. And you can either do download PDF or export as CSV rather than having download and export as 2 different pages.
I think this looks very good. This looks good. Yeah. And how you guys are looking? Okay, this is your output report, or
Yes.
Okay, so this will be by the city, the village, and then under the village it would be the street, right? And then
Yes.
whatever. Okay. This looks really good. Yeah.
We might reconsider on having the location and the contact information on the same page. It's having 3 columns because both of them are very important. And then the filters will add different columns or add sub information below. We're still thinking on how we can incorporate that. But as you see, there's the village and then there's the streets. This specific numbering is by street. But if you were to have like by village, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and by total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And rather than entering the date when you do it, we decided to have the live. So as soon as you click that button, it'll show the month, day, and year.
Okay.
And then the login page, we could just have a simple login page, or we could do like the previous one where we can have a login button on the side where you can be logged in. There's not anything, we don't have any username or password here, and we're just sticking with sign in with Google. So it's not really necessary to have a login page. And I believe that's it.
So I think one of the questions which Wahaj asked me offline was, so we have like 3 different kinds of users. One is the sign-in user, like a regular citizen, like a regular member. One is an admin user, and one is anonymous user. Do you guys understand the difference between 3 users? All of you? Just a question came in my mind. That's
What would be
important
anonymous
distinction.
to be able to access? Like,
let me ask others. So it's not specifically asked to you, Afif. It's a general question to everyone. So I just want people to be familiar with that. So I think he in his demo did show the difference between how the screens will look like. So this screen which you are showing, this was mostly for where you can say edit members or run reports. This is for an admin user, right? The second type of user is someone like I am a member and I sign in. And what can I do? I can edit my page and I can edit my own information, but I cannot access or modify anyone else's information. Whereas the admin has the ability to change his information as well as all the users in the system. The third one is, I think, the important one, which is the anonymous user. Anonymous user is the user like any user go to a website. So that is called an anonymous user. And what can he see? And if you look at a lot of systems in different organizations, they have this kind of a distinction for all 3 kinds of users, because we don't want to ignore the anonymous users, because those are our potential customers. And that's where we can get potential more money, because they will come to our website, like in this case, MHMA.info. So they may not be members, but they can be potentially the members, because they will look at the services we are offering, activities we are having. So they might get motivated by becoming a member by looking at it. So we also have to design our system for those anonymous users, because they are also important. We have to give enough importance to it. The only difference which we don't want to give them is that they cannot edit or view. They cannot register. Since they don't have information, so they will not be able to edit, and they will not be able to access any other members. So their security wise, they are the minimum users with the minimum access. Then the members has the access to their own information, and the admin have access to the whole system. So I just wanted you guys to understand the distinction between these 3 kinds of users. Does it make sense what I'm saying to everyone?
yeah, so for the anonymous users, we're supposed to like appeal to them for the site explaining what we're doing,
Yes.
all the information we're collecting. Yeah, so it's like before they're logged in, so they can't really see any information.
Yeah, so they can't register. So for example, we are doing some activities here, or we are doing some classes in MHMA. They should be able to see what we are offering, like the classes, like the activities, like the sports, for some kids activities, but they cannot see the register button, like Wahaj was mentioning earlier, that they will not see the register button, but they will still see the activities what we're offering, because that's our marketing to them. We are telling them, okay, if you become a member, you can have all these benefits if you become a MHMA member. Okay. Okay, great job, guys. This was good. Any question, Afif, you have?
They can't see the register button. Does that mean, but if we want to have potential customers, shouldn't they have a register button so they can become a
So
member?
register the activities, but they can register as a member.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah. Okay, so that was good. That was really good, Afif and Urwa. This is impressive. Who's next? So Hamza, how about you?
Yeah, I will show the member page, and then Hamza will show some candidate websites to have it for our web page as well.
Okay.
Okay. See. So 1 second, let me, because there is security access. Give me a second.
Mhm.
In Cisco, we don't like Zoom, so 1 second. You can see my screen?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so I did use software which is just in mind. I shared it on the WhatsApp. So basically, to build a wireframe, right? You said to use something to build a wireframe. So basically, this is the member page. So I'm assuming at the top it will remain exactly the same, like the Masjid membership. I took this from the whatever we have as a whatever you shared before.
Mhm.
So home, members, print out, export, log out. And then this is if we want to publish on Facebook or Twitter or any RSS feeds, as in like if we would like. And then of course we have the search. Then with the members, I'm assuming maybe to have members and admins as separate. And then if I click on the members, I will see the member page. I can add new, I can import, I can export members from here if I want. And then this is a member information, like a member name, mobile, email, village, street address, and then member status, active or inactive. Status, like he's a member, like he's paying per month or not. So I'm not sure if we want to do this or not. Like if I'm a member, I'm paying my membership status will be active. If I'm not paying, it will be inactive. And then the actions like edit or delete the member. And then here is the filter, and the filter I didn't do the filter yet, but I'm assuming filters can be like check boxes. So if everything is shown here, all the boxes will be checked. If I want to reduce, like to show based on maybe village only, maybe on in email only, or street address only, we uncheck the boxes. And then here we can show also total members and active members as well.
So quick question, is the filter on the columns or on the rows?
The filter should be on the rows.
Okay. Because sometimes if you look at some screens, sometimes there is a filter also on the columns, that what columns you want to show to the end user, or end user what columns he wants to see. Because if there are too many columns on the page, it's not very readable.
So yeah, so in this case, my answer would be on the columns. So I'm assuming you're saying I want to use like based on village, maybe I choose based on village. So you display everyone in Ultimate. This is what you mean by column?
No. I think that is rows. That answer is rows. What you said is correct.
Okay.
So, but my suggestion or my point was that we could also filter on columns as well. That how many columns I want to show. But that's fine. That's irrelevant. But that's your answer is correct. Yeah. So you are filtering on rows in that. Yeah. Okay, that looks good. So do you, I mean, anyone else also is welcome to make suggestions or criticism. I think that's totally fine. We should all be open for it. Do you not think that instead of giving the members and admins tab, we determine that just based on the security? Do you think we should have those them as separate tabs? Because if I am a member,
Yeah.
what is the point me showing the admins if I am not able to get into the admins?
Yeah, ma'am, good point.
Does that okay?
So you are saying if I'm logging in as a member,
Yeah.
but as a member, why I will get to this page anyways?
Yes. So this page I should not get in if I am a member. So if I sign in as a regular member, I should get to see just the default information which we have on our main page, like welcome to this. And if I want to edit some of my information, there should be an edit button there and I should be able to modify that.
But my thinking here, Naeem, is that if I'm an admin, I will log in and I will see this page.
Yes.
And then I can see who's the members and who's other admins. But if I'm a member, I shouldn't be able to see even the members. Or I should.
Okay, so these tabs mean that you just want to see the difference between the who are the admins and who are the members. Is that what?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. And add new and import. So what is the use case for importing members? Is that something that we already have in an Excel, the list of members? And
Correct.
import
Yes.
that? Okay.
If you have it as a list of CSV file you want to import, unless you want to, because there's another team was doing it. I saw this idea when I was searching on Google. So
No, I think this is good.
Yeah, so if you have it in Excel sheet, you can import it or export members. Yeah.
Yeah, we already have probably list in Excel, so it would be a good idea that we can just click this button and it imports everything into our system. Yeah. That's good. And export members is already that's something which Urva and
yes,
Api are doing. Okay, that looks good.
Yeah, we thought like me and Hamza, to be honest, we know that there is another team who's doing it. We were reluctant to put it here, but we felt that let us put it here as an idea, and then it's up to the other team to use it or not. We thought like having export members within this page make a lot of sense because this is a member page.
Okay.
Like to be everything in one place.
Okay. So the other question I have is on the delete button. Would we ever do a delete button if we can do an active and inactive? Just a question.
I would say, yeah, if you want to remove a member, he's no longer available, or you want to, I would say usually, yeah, you have users and maybe you want to delete someone who's no longer part of the community or something.
Right. If they've been inactive for like over a year or something, then you would be able to delete them.
Yeah. So one other thing I want.
I would not delete a member. Sorry, this is Saqib. I would not delete a member. I will disable it and I will put a suspend date. We have to, at audit purpose, we need to keep it for 7 years at least.
Exactly.
Okay.
So anytime, so in the programming world, and this is all for you guys who are getting into this. So we normally don't delete the master data. And the reason for that is as long as there are transactions in our system, unless we delete those transactions, which we will not. So unless we delete those transactions, let's say they made the payments or we made them the payments. So if those payments exist in our system and we delete this data, then that data will become kind of orphan data. So we don't want to have this situation technically also. I think what Saqib said is the business scenario. I'm saying the technical scenario is that we don't want to delete a master data if the transactions exist in the system. So that's why we probably will not delete
and to the proper process is will be archive it in some storage after 7 years. That's again business requirement. You still archive it, but then you have to delete all child data or archive all data and then do the all disable to archive. If information is too old that is not required by law, then we can archive it, because at some point we will overgrow our web database. So we have to do some kind of cleanup or purging or those things. But that's a second, it's a day 2 task. It's not a current task at the moment.
So you are saying that we like better to remove the delete and make it like a suspend or something, so you will not be able to do a login to the website.
Yeah. So if as soon as you Okay, that's a good question. So one is that someone becomes inactive. So question to you, Saqib, if someone becomes inactive, he can still log into our system.
Yeah, he can still log in, but he will not be able to
make a
register with the
payment and
program.
become active.
Yeah. It
So
will say you will not be able to sign up for any other things. The things which you will see. But I was hearing that anonymous login, you will see the things you are only seeing at anonymous thing. You will still log in because you'll see, okay, I have some accounts still available.
Yeah.
And we not like the things which are available to public, they should be available for them as well. They log in, that's it.
Okay, okay. So that is another kind of level we will have to keep in mind. That we will show, like Saqib said, whatever the anonymous user has the privileges, he should be able to still, the inactive member should be able to see that, and he can only become, once he becomes active, only then he will be able to sign up for activities or be able to do whatever other services we are providing.
So one thing, Naeem, are we showing their transactions details to the member when they log in? For example, if I am a member, active or no active, I'm able to see my ins and outs, like my whatever I have donated for last year or 2 years.
I think let's wait for Rafi and Omar to cover that, and then that's a good point. I think we should probably bring this up, and let's hold on this thought. Okay. Yeah, so again, Hisham, and you, I know you are already like us expert on a lot of things. So don't take our criticism, anything. This is just, we are trying to learn and help these young people also understand how to design the system. So this is in no way we are saying this is wrong, but this is just our opinion on some of this stuff.
No, of course, I'm happy with the feedback because that will make me learn as well, because as you know, I'm learning as well. So I'm more than happy that you give whatever feedback you want. So I will take it in a positive way always. Great. Don't worry about it. Right. So I will remove, like me and Hamza will remove the delete. And are you better to keep it as an icons, or like this is like an edit, or and then when someone hover on it, it will highlight this is an edit, this is an
I think I like that more. Hover will bring the text on top of it.
Okay.
And in the so I think at some point we will also talk about accessibility mode also, that for people, because in bigger organizations, when you go, you also learn about how the blind people will access my site. So we have to, I'm not going to get into that for now, but at some point, yes. So any applications which we design, since I'm talking about accessibility mode, bigger organizations like Oracle or Cisco or these, they have to support the accessibility mode, where the users who have less abilities, I don't know if I'm using the right term or not, they should be able to get the information or post the information that is necessary. But let's not get into those details. We will, in our HTML, we will ensure that that information is being captured so that it is working. A lot of these libraries like React or Angular or the others, they automatically support a lot of those HTML5 features, which allow you to provide the information to the accessible users. Do you guys understand what I'm talking about? I know you would probably, Hisham, but the others, I just want to make sure I'm not saying something which probably not following at all.
That makes sense to me.
Okay, okay, good. Okay, anything else you guys have to show?
I just want to make sure from only edit and suspend. This is the options, correct? Or
so yeah, let's get over that when we talk about the payments. So we should not have a button to make someone active and inactive. Maybe that is also there for the admin user. Yeah, I think that's okay. Just convert into suspend, but this should, all activities has to become automatic. If someone misses 2 payments or whatever policy the MHMA has, it should make it automatically inactive or active. But yes, I think still it makes sense to have give the admin ability to make anyone active or inactive. But
Okay.
normally this is modern systems don't allow that to give the button, because then he can override what the bylaws say. Bylaws say that if you miss 2 payments, you become inactive. But if there is an admin sitting there, okay, oh, he's my friend, I can make him active. So some of the things are not necessarily allowed. But I think for this kind of a system, I think it is okay to provide a suspend button.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Atif
And then
and Saqib, feel free to jump in if anything you guys disagree with what I'm saying.
also, we didn't
No, I
actually,
think so far so good.
go ahead.
Go ahead. Yeah, no, I think it's good discussion. Please, no
okay.
comments right now.
Okay.
Yeah. For my part, for the homepage design, we didn't actually get an actual design up, but I was looking at some websites that could potentially work as like a source or a kind of like basis or an example to work off of. So the website here, I looked at a couple websites. This is the one me and Hisham uncle like the look of.
Okay.
We were just saying, I was just going to talk over details that could be added to it. So I was thinking it would, on the homepage, it would say, since it's Islamic, it's our community, it would have some Islamic quote at here. The top part would be changed to whatever our website is for the top. And then it would be able to scroll down, and I think it would have an about section about what our community is doing and stuff. And then it would have, instead of the prayer times here, it would have like the events and list all the events and stuff going down. And I think the member stuff for their own information, say if it's like a family or something, if they're scrolling down, I think it'd be better if all their own member information is at the bottom, and it would tell them their information along with if they have family, so they could check their wife's or their children's information as well onto it. And then and that was it. But I didn't have an actual working design yet for that though, so I was just gonna say with that.
Okay. So there was another thing I was actually expecting you guys, which probably I might have not communicated well, is that how the members' data will be stored, or how the member data will be manipulated. Because let's say a member is like I'm a member, I have a wife, and then I have 3 kids. So we have a couple of options. One is that we all make all 5 of them members. The other option is that we make one member and then others as dependents. So did you guys thought about that at all?
Yeah, actually,
I might have missed that thought. Probably didn't communicate well.
Yeah, I actually, we were talking about that actually. When we were looking at this page, this is just a prototype of what it was looking like for. But we were gonna say that it would have active, inactive, and dependents, or any other fields related to it. And they would be sort of tagged, and if it was dependent, it would be sort of tagged into like the active member or whoever the top one was.
Okay.
Yeah, I think our page was also a little bit towards that thing where they had the family members. So whenever you create a person, then you can add the family members right below. Like for example, MCA's create a member, you can create a member, and then below that you can click plus member, and then you can have multiple people like relationship to the member you're creating. So like spouse or child or like parent or something like that. So you can have multiple people based off of it. So group them on the same street.
So on this page, I'm fine with what we are showing. I don't think I have a problem with this page. This page looks actually perfect. The page is when, let's say you click this pencil sign, the added button. So once you click that added button, that's the page where we will collect more information, like all the personal information, including name, address, phone. And then once the information about the main member is collected, then that's how I was envisioning. I was thinking that maybe there is an add dependent button there. And then we probably collect the same amount of information, whatever is available. So let's say if the dependent is minor, then he may not have a phone number or he may not have the address. So whatever common information is, we will automatically will get. But if the minor does not have the phone number or other information which we are collecting, we should be able to still store that. But if the information is available, like for spouse, there is everything available, we should be able to enter that information. So that page is actually missing from looks like everyone. I don't know, mainly it was Hamza, your and Hisham's team working on the members. So I was expecting you guys to have that page also somewhat designed. This is something which you built already in using the code, Hamza. So that's why I just gave it to you guys, that you guys will work on that. So I think that page we still need to have some, I think maybe you guys can show us next time. Is that okay? You guys?
Yeah, that's fine. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. This looked very professional, and this Hisham, you guys used the same tool which you shared in the chat.
Yeah. Because Just in Mind is a free tool. You just need to log in. You don't need to put any trial or credit card or anything. So
okay,
I thought that's much easier, and it's an app you can install on Windows or Mac.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it's really good. One more thing on the members. Maybe like if I'm a parent, you can put some like I have, of course, first name, last name, address. So you put mandatory information need to be for me. Like I need to put my cell phone. This I cannot like say save without adding my cell phone. I cannot save without adding an address. But for my dependent, maybe this can be optional.
Yes, absolutely.
They can have the information, or it can be as an option. So I still can save if I add a dependent.
Yes.
Even if he doesn't have a cell phone. At least if the parent has all the information, he can save the information.
Yes. So I would like to maybe meet with you two on that, maybe offline, and we can go over more design, and then we can discuss next time.
Okay.
Because that's an important page for us.
Yes,
and
it is.
We want to make sure that the data that we are storing is stored in the right manner on the back end, as well as the UI wise, it also makes sense that the whole member information is showing in one shot rather than people have to go up and down to get the information. And then also we have to keep in mind that the member and the dependent, they have different roles also. Like the members are mostly parents, and they will have a payment information or some other information associated with their account, whereas children will have a different use case. They will have the ability to sign up for the activities, for the classes, Quran classes, or whatever else we are offering as MHMA. They should have the ability to do that. So we have to store that information in a manner that this can be easily done. So that's why I just trying to put these things in your mind. When you're designing it, you keep all that keep that picture in your mind so that we have the right design. Okay, so we have the last one today. For today, it's Rafi. You ready for it?
Yeah, I can go ahead.
Anyone has any other questions to this team, to Hamza or Hamza and Hisham? Looks like not. Okay, go ahead, Rafi.
Okay, yeah, so I didn't have too much time to work on this. I was a little busy, but what I kind of focused more on is the aspect of making payments. So also we weren't able to make a homepage either. But basically what I intended at the start was along with navigating to where to make a new payment, this page would include your previous transactions as well in like a table format, something similar to what Hisham and Hamza showed. So like it would have like I'll go ahead and start a payment, but so it'd have like what the payment is for, the payment method you use, and then the rest of the information all listed out on that home page or on that first payment page. But then also you'd have that a button there in order to navigate to make a new payment. So for example, if you want to make like your payment for the subscription fee, like the monthly fee, then you could just go and then select
Membership. Sorry to interrupt. Membership.
membership fee. Okay, yeah, I can go ahead and change the wording there. So it'd be your membership fee. You could select what payment method. This is kind of static, I guess, because depending on what method you would select, I'm assuming this section should kind of change. Maybe we should generate like a PayPal button, or and I know PayPal like lets you embed like an HTML button, and with a few other fields we could do that, and this would completely change. A bank deposit could maybe redirect you to Zelle or something. I mean to something else, or I mean that was kind of a little very specific information, so I wasn't really able to do that. But just as a general to kind of get all the information that was on the Excel sheet. After selecting payment method, you put your name, email, the amount, your amount, and then the transaction date. You could go ahead and select that. And then essentially once you make the payment, I mean, I have to something. I mean, at the moment, I'm not really checking for anything valid, so it doesn't really matter. So after making a payment, it would, I mean, this would be different based off of what payment method you're using, but hopefully, what I wanted to happen was after that payment would be completed and it would go through, then back on your payments page, it would be listed here. It's kind of a little incomplete at the moment, but that's just kind of the general design.
So
I
yeah,
think
you even sorry name even when you submit a payment, that can come back in the list that it is already submitted and then processed, because sometimes it takes time. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know how easy it will be to get the status of your payment. Go ahead, name. Sorry.
Yeah, no, this is good. I think
Yeah,
this is
no,
fine.
yeah.
Yeah, this is good.
Yeah, I actually that's a good point. We could do that actually. We could maybe have like a completed payments, and then processing processing payments, or like payments that haven't completely been processed yet, and have like two sections. That's something we could definitely do.
So the question I was going to ask was that the navigation you just showed us, is this for the member doing self-payment or the admin doing the payments?
This is completely member facing. So this would be same for I think in terms of payments, yeah, I guess you're right. There's another page, I guess, that would have to exist, maybe like an admin view to see all the payments. Yeah, that's something that I probably would have to make as well. A page that would be for the admins only. Like I think that would show, I guess, all the payments, I think.
So Rafa, yes, that's one reason why I want the admin page. The second reason is also that admin will also be making payments on behalf of others, because if, let's say, I give a check for my donation, so then the admin has to go and enter that payment on behalf of that person, because he's accepting the check, but we still want to store that information that that check came in, and that information has to be, because that the only payment which the member facing will be, which are more like an automatic payments, like credit card payments, or the method payment method which you show.
PayPal,
Payment
yeah.
method, which is check, that will come from the admin himself.
I see.
Yeah, so we need to we should have that interface as well.
Okay, so I think I'm not sure, this is just an idea, but do you think that the payments page, I think that I personally think that it should be completely different for members and for admins then, right?
That is exactly, yep.
A payment page for members should include their own transactions, but then a payment page for admins only, I think maybe what it could be is a list of members, and then you could click on a member and then it would list then it would take you to another page that would list out their transactions, and on that page you could
Yes.
have like a add button to like manually enter a transaction, something like that, I'm assuming. Is that what you had in mind?
That's exactly what I was thinking. And
Okay.
that's
Yeah.
something I think if you do get some time, I think that's important also.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
we complete that. And we try to, yeah, so both exactly what you said is that for the admin, he should always go from the members, because whenever admin signing in, he will get to the members page. And once he sees the members page, he should be able to add payments. He should be able to look at what someone has made the payments or not, or all that information. So he should have a different view. But finally, if he's going to the final page, to the payment page, that page may be similar or same. I mean, I don't have a problem with that. Same and similar, why I'm saying is because sometimes if the automatic payment fail to happen, let's say I am a member and I have set PayPal information already with the MHMA, and that payment failed for some reason. So the admins should still have the ability to, after maybe my credit card was expired or for some reason it didn't work successfully, he still should be able to go and be able to deduct my membership fee on that. So the membership, the payment page can be same or similar for both member and the final page, but the navigation would be different like you described.
I see. Okay. So yeah. Okay. So I think maybe then this navigation for members is fine, but then maybe the way you'd land on a page like this, which was allow you to make a payment, would be different for admins. For example, I think the best way would be maybe like Hamza and Hisham created the members page with the members information. When you have a member, maybe the member could be clickable, and then when you click on the member, it would display there further there. Actually, I mean, their information is already displayed there. I'm not sure. Then I guess maybe there should be like a button somewhere with each member that payments, and when you click on it, it'll display a list of their payments, and then a button somewhere that says add new payment, which would take the admin to this page where they could manually put in some information.
Yeah. So Sakib, question to you. So this is the payment which is coming in. I think you mentioned previously that we want to use maybe same page for the outgoing payments, which we are making to, let's say we're doing this event.
Maybe that will be day 2, and I will do it differently. It should not be through this membership website. It should be different. The thing is that if I'm refunding a person, like a person says, "Oh, I want to become a member," and then for some reason he says, "Oh, I don't want to stay a member," so we will issue. But I will do it differently.
No, I think
the thing
refunds are okay through this. That's because they came in through this, and refunds may be okay with this, but other
only those refund. Other expenses should not go through the system. That should be a separate system.
So what is it you have in mind for that, for the expenses?
For now, at the moment, when I'm making a payment to a person, I either write a check or I will be doing through Zelle, so that they're going directly from bank account. It's not. But then I have to manually enter a transaction. For example, if it's for member, I will be making manual transactions in the system that or reversal of the transaction, say, for example. That will be admin tool.
So my concern is that if we have two systems to deal with that, so how we will do the auditing, and how we'll make sure that our accounts are up to date. So that's something which I think I agree with you that we shouldn't take on the expenses now, but I think we should in the long term. We probably want to consider maybe, we were not trying to build a complete accounting system, but at least whatever is coming in and whatever is going out, we should have some way.
So that's not, that's what I'm saying, that this is only related to a members related information. So for example, I'm just giving you an example. If I'm making a payment to a worker in a facility, that should not go into this website. I'm saying that that should not be available for this thing. That should be available in our other system where we are maintaining expense thing. Maybe that will be not related to members because it's not related tied to a member data or members
I
thing.
see. Okay.
If I can step in for a moment, I think Sakamoko, what you're talking about are payments that MHMA as an organization will make to either maybe refunds to certain members or something else. But those are transactions that should be only visible to I'm guessing board members. So maybe we could create
Yeah, no, but if it's related to a member, then yeah, that should be there. If it's
then it
related
should be
to
there.
a
Okay.
vendor or something else, somebody else, that should not be part of it.
Okay.
It's just, for example, if we have a transaction in a system which has a link to a member, then they will come here, I think.
Okay. So
Yeah.
okay, I see what you're saying. So I think the refunds or sending money to a member, those two things are something that need to be added to this system.
Yes.
But anything else, which includes MHMA giving money to another organization or something like that, is a view, kind of like a separate view, which is only for board members, I'm guessing, which maybe could be like a similar
Yeah, board
like
member
type
or
of
treasurer.
a treasurer, yeah.
Board member will not have
Yeah.
access to it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
The treasurer. So maybe it could be
Yeah.
maybe I think a name and code could be like a separate page that only shows up.
Yeah, so Sakib's point is that for now, let's not go over that. So yeah, that's
Okay.
fine. I'm okay with that. Let's not do it. But I think I still want to maybe at some point discuss that. But I think for now we have enough on our plate.
Okay. All
So
right.
let's do this and build this. So I would like your and Hamza's maybe a little bit more work done, as well as Subhan and Wahaj also. What I want is from you two is as well that once you get to the main page, you guys have shown if I am a member, what information, once you click the edit button, I want to see what information you are collecting because that's a self-service page. So I would like to see that page also there. So ideally, I would like you guys to show that in the next meeting again. And if you guys think that you guys can do it earlier, we can schedule another meeting during the week, maybe in a couple of days or 3 days if you guys think, because I don't think you guys have anything to do if we don't get to that. What do you guys think?
If I go ahead.
Yeah, no, that sounds good with me. Yeah, we could definitely probably name Uncle. You said he wanted to meet with us to discuss it further as well.
Yeah, no, what I want is that if you guys, I can meet with you guys separately also, but I think as a group also, I would like to meet one more time during the week because we did not meet, we didn't complete the design yet. So if we don't complete the design, I don't think there is any point getting into the coding and start building something which we later want to change. So does Tuesday or Monday work for, oh, no, Tuesday is Eid. Yeah, so does Wednesday work for you guys?
Wednesday would work for me, yes.
Yeah, work for me as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
me as well.
Yeah, so far Wednesday is free for me.
Okay, so yeah, so basically, I mean, I don't want to take too much of your time. It's already we're close to the top of the hour. So I'm still very happy with the progress. Trust me, I'm so impressed with the work you guys have done. But I don't want to get you guys started on building, writing the code, and then we later on say that no, this is not something. So in maybe 3 days, like on Wednesday, we meet and we discuss, see the final design. And in the meantime, you guys are welcome to discuss with me. That's why I keep pushing you guys during the week also, that let me know if you guys have any questions and I can jump onto Zoom very quickly most of the times and talk to you guys over on that. So Basically, I'm okay with the work which I think Afif and Urwa are fine. And I think that's pretty much what we wanted from there. But payment side and membership information and the main grade, which is Hamza and Hisham are doing, I think we need a little bit more progress on that before we start coding. You guys okay with that?
Okay, yep.
Yeah, Namiko, if I could just step in for a moment. So, because a lot of the things kind of intertwine, for example, like payment information along with member information
Yes.
and like a few other things. So, do you want like a wireframe like Hisham and me, we made like a wireframe, like a design. So do you want a working design of the entire website?
I think that's probably a good idea.
Okay,
That's
yeah,
a very good idea. I think if we already have gone through in the separate path, and I think this makes more sense that all three teams now work together and come up with the wireframes, which is the complete navigation. So I like it. Yeah. So if you guys I just made it smaller teams because it's easier to manage them. But I think I like what you're saying. I think it makes more sense now, especially for since we already have gone separately in designs, we come up with a more comprehensive design as a collective team. So yeah, so I'm okay with that. If you guys can work together on that, and we can sync back on Wednesday, and even before that, if anyone has questions, we can have a 10-minute Zoom with that team, and we can go with that.
okay. All right, perfect. Yeah, so yeah, because yeah, I completely agree. If we can like maybe work together now and then create one wireframe that would include like all the pages and everything, I think that would be good.
Okay. All right. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much. Any other questions for me? I wanted Atharbhai to go over how we want to have separate forks for all of you. Fork mean forking of the repository. And that way everyone can make their changes in their own, and then we merge those changes back into the main repository. So he's probably busy today and couldn't join us today. So next time, hopefully Wednesday, if we get enough time, we will have him show you guys that. He will go over that, and then we will go back to work, right? We will start writing the code and try to build this website for us. Great, thanks so much. Any questions for me? Okay, looks like none. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I might not be able to attend at this time.
That's okay. If you guys are pretty much done with that. So, but we will do the recording like I've done today, so you can watch the recording. So that should be okay.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Allah Hafiz.
All right.